Yeah, I mean, we just talked about in the locker room, we had a lot of opportunities to, I think, win the match. But now it just comes down to what do we need to do in practice to make sure we are ready for the NCAA tournament with those opportunities. Yeah, exactly that. We keep doing the things that we did well, but obviously you always have to be ready for an opponent to make adjustments on you, and then how quickly do you make the adjustments back. That's always kind of been our thing. And seeing how much of that they can do on the court without us calling a timeout to readjust, and the quicker you do that, the quicker you can stop points from being had. So, well, I think it's no secret we like to run our middles as much as we can because we have two middles that are very capable of scoring. So pass is extremely important, and I think every opponent that we go and play against knows that, so they start to serve tough. And every now and then that gets us, and it got us in set 4, and it got us a little bit at the beginning of set 5. So that's just always been our focus, so we can run our middles. Our middles kind of relieve some pressure for our pins.
It's so nice. Like whenever I get an error, I know that I can score again, but it can also go to them and they can score too. And it relieves some pressure off from me. And I know I have to score, but I also have 2 people backing me up the whole time, which is really nice.
Sure. So during our scout report, we were going to take care of, they have a bunch of hitters who can score. And so the way we go in on blocking is put the pressure on certain people, see how they handle it, see how the other people who we don't purposely put the pressure on handle it, see how we're digging them. So on the blocking standpoint, we were constantly making adjustments and constantly responding to the information Heather was giving us. So we were struggling with their outsides. So we started shifting the attention to them, and then their middles started going, so we had to shift the attention back. And so we're constantly making those adjustments as we go.
Mm-hmm. And that's what makes a good team, is when you have 5 people that you have to defend and worry about. And they did a good job, and they passed pretty well at points. And I give them credit because even when we had a closed block in front of them, they just kind of swung away and got through our hands a few times. And and that's just something we're going to go back and continue to keep working on. It's really important because it's part of the momentum of the match. Sometimes those big defensive plays swing the momentum to go your way. But this is what postseason is. It's 2 teams that are very similar in talent, and you just kind of have to win those big plays and rise to the occasion at the very end of each set. I think when I went into set 3, right before we switched timeouts and our sides, and we had 22 hitting errors, that's just not going to work. So we've talked about that, and again, just part of the mental training that we're going to be doing with our next week and a half before the tournament starts. We've got to be a little bit sharper offensively, and when we're out of sync on their pass. Yeah, she's really competitive, I've learned. It comes out in the match. She's a little quieter in practice, and then all of a sudden you give her a ball and she's got a closed double and she just scores away. And she got a couple key blocks that switched the momentum of our set. She's just kind of ready to roll, and she just takes Heather and I and just goes with it. And it's a lot to take as a freshman entering into our program, and she just does it.
I think that we need to make adjustments. I need to make adjustments because at the end, I went back to what I did before, just tip over the block, and that's not going to work. But in the beginning, I did make those adjustments, and I think I might have just gotten a little timid, went back to my old ways. I can't do that at the end. Yeah, all the teams we're going to play from here on out are going to be better, and so I have to make adjustments and keep playing strong.